Hello, everybody. I just want to say first off, thank you so much for 300 freaking subscribers. And I know that's not a lot, but for me, when I started this, I had about 35. So that's quite a big jump. Secondly, thank you so much for the support on my last video. It did exceedingly well compared to my expectations. The interactions in the comments were great. Some negative, some positive. Just to clarify some things, I don't think your teammates are the only reason you're losing. I was just kind of shining a magnifying glass over the problems I feel Valorant has, and that if they were gone, it would make for a 100% perfect experience, in my opinion. Now, with all that aside, let's get on to the video. Community game modes are an outlet for players to explore the boundaries of a game, whether that be masterpieces that could be considered AAA titles or complete chaos and game-breaking modes. Either way, they're great experiences that I feel like benefit games in more ways than one. Like, take CSGO for instance. You can go to the community tab, search through thousands of servers with countless game modes, and you will find some of the most enjoyable content CSGO has to offer. Now, I'm not saying CSGO itself is boring, but for some people, they don't know what other game to play, so community game modes give them an option. Surf is a great example of this. Being a complete 180 in gameplay, it is still an exciting experience that you can waste hours on, which I have done myself. I'm not proud, but that just goes to show how impactful community game modes can be. Overwatch is another good example of a game with great community game modes. The example I'll use is Genji Ball. They took Genji, amped his mobility up, put a ball in the game, and now you have Flying Ninja Ping Pong. Introducing character abilities into community game modes and servers just amps the possibilities to the max in terms of what you can do and what you can provide to people that base Overwatch can't. Now that begs the question, why the fuck doesn't Valorant have community game modes? In my opinion, Valorant doesn't really have casual game modes. I mean, you have unrated, which is just diet comp. The only time, in my opinion, you can have a casual experience in unrated is if you are playing with someone of a significantly lower rank. You have deathmatch, which, as we all know, is a complete sweat fest and a personal waste of time. Spike Rush is probably the closest thing you're going to get to a casual game mode, but it's just the same formula as competitive and unrated. Now you can bring up Escalation, which is only fun the first time you play it, and afterwards it's just not worth it. I don't know how to put it. I just don't have fun in Escalation. I don't know if many people do, but that's just me. And maybe a cause of this is a lack of game modes. I'm pretty sure Riot made a statement at some point in time saying that they didn't want to have game mode bloat. My idea, if I could pitch something to Riot, is to have a playlist full of all of their quote-unquote casual game modes. That way that there's still variety, and you're not having players just stuck queuing into one specific game mode. I think having unrated and competitive separate is good. Same thing with Swift Play. But why not include Spike Rush, Escalation, Replication, and all of their various upcoming game modes into a single queuable playlist that you can queue in and queue out of with all the game modes in it? I mean, at least that is, in my opinion, a solution to the game mode problem Valorant seems to have. I think having either community game modes or the game mode playlist would benefit Valorant in a lot of ways. One, it provides spaces for people who don't want to have to sweat to have an outlet to not sweat. Secondly, I think Valorant would benefit in the content. I mean, yes, there are top creators who are doing great things on here, and you might have seen the videos with infinite abilities. Those are great, by the way, but there's only so much you can really do in terms of Valorant content that's not already done before. Having community game modes would basically open Pandora's box to the amount of content that could come out of Valorant, and I think that would be for the better. Now, I'm not trying to say Valorant is a bad or boring game at all. I just think it's kind of a one-trick game, which makes sense because Riot's main focus has been, and most likely always will be, esports. And if it doesn't add to their esports scene, why would they add it? And technically, they don't even have to add it. People are still going to play their game. People are still going to stream their game and watch their game and participate in tournaments. So doing this in their eyes is just kind of a waste of time. But with all of that being said, let me know what you think Riot could do to make Valorant a more enjoyable experience down below. And if you think Valorant's perfect the way it is and I should just shut the fuck up, just know I'm probably not going to do that, but I respect your opinion. Also, there's a fishypasta Discord now. I made it because 2 individuals requested it, and I thought, why not appease 2 random people on the internet? If you want to join that, that'll be in the description down below or my about page. And if you want to see more cringy videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try to upload about 2 times a week now, every Wednesdays and Sundays. We'll see if that schedule sticks. I'm new at this. Give me a break. And I will leave you with one thing. If you think Valorant is getting boring and stale, I just have one tip for you. Uninstall the fucking game. Peace.